Welcome to Balance Body and Beyond. Thank you for joining me for a wonderful yoga stretch session in which we will stay close to our mat, never coming to our feet for the time we're here together. So roll out your mat and let's begin. We're going to start in child's pose. Pressing your hips back to the bottoms of your feet. I want you to untangle your thoughts, quiet your minds, relax your bodies, and feel the brush of air flowing in through your nostrils, filling your lungs and filling your abdominal cavity. Exhale fully and completely. Spread your fingers wide. Feel every breath. And from here, we're going to glide our body weight forward, coming into a kneeling plank. Hip rocks, pushing our hips back to the bottoms of our feet. And then rocking forward. And as you do these hip rocks, draw your bellies in, support your spine with a strong core. We're going to bring ourselves into a tabletop position and take cat-cow pose. Now, you can try tucking your toes under or keeping your toes pointed, but we'll round the back and look to those toes. Look forward and lift your tailbone to the ceiling. Exhale, round, scoop your pelvis under the body. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open from the chest. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you lengthen. Coming into a neutral spine, we're going to take a little peek over our shoulder, look to your back foot, then reset neutral spine and move the other direction. So looking over each shoulder and taking your gaze to your back foot, feeling a C shape in the spine. Looking just between your hands, let's rise up, inhaling, and opening our arms wide. We'll take a bow, knuckles together, chin in. Inhale, look to the sky, open your heart. Pressing your hips back, and then opening wide. Breathing through each movement change. Exhale as the hips come down and you bow. Inhale as you open for the front of the body and create space. Open and hold. Bring both arms overhead and slide your fingertips to your temples. You're going to take a little twist side to side, warming up through the spine here. We've worked through the spine already in so many different positions. From flexion and extension, rotation side to side, and in just a moment, we're going to get some lateral movement of the spine. But to get that lateral movement, we're going to come into a seated position, crossing your legs. So not real picky how those legs are crossed, but be comfortable. You're not going to be in a tense position, fighting through your hips. Let your knees relax. And we'll move side to side, taking a little peek under the arm. Beautiful morning stretch. Beautiful afternoon stretch. Or maybe it's a beautiful evening stretch. Both arms up, inhaling. And a gentle fold forward. Go ahead and drop your forehead down towards the mat. You can tuck your chin in. You can walk your arms away from the body. Connect with your breath once again. Rolling up. We're going to do that same forward fold, but let's just bring the other leg in front. And you might experience a little bit of a different sensation as you have a different leg in front. Folding the body in half, letting the head hang heavily. Rising up once again, we'll send our legs into a straddled position. And once your legs are in the straddle, you'll flex your feet, point your toes up. We're going to begin with another lateral bend of the spine, looking under one arm and then the other. You flow with your breath. You certainly have permission to hold the stretch a little longer than me. You have permission to move faster than me. Listen to your body. And if your body says stay in the stretch longer, honor how you feel, and you'll stay in the stretch longer. We're going to take our arms out wide and get some more twisting and rotating from the spine in conjunction with some hip hinging. Reaching to the inside of your foot and then lift. Option to hold longer. So I'm here to guide you, give you suggestions, help you along the way, but ultimately, this is your time on the mat. So if you want to take some different variations, make adaptations, you go ahead and do that. Be kind to your body, be patient. We're going to take our arms out and then rest your palms gently onto your legs, hinging from the hips. This time we're going to try to keep our spine lengthened. So pick your rib cage up away from your hips. Keep your gaze forward and gently hinge from the hips. Ooh, that is one big stretch. At least it is for me. Lifting up. We're going to take a figure 4 positioning with the legs. So let's slide our ankle over our thigh. And right here, it's a great hip stretch. And then you can add just a small rock here. See how that feels through the hips. If the rock doesn't give you a bigger stretch or feel like it's being productive for your body, then you can just hold that static stretch. Let's work on the other side with the same figure 4. If your palms are getting aggravated from feeling the weight into your hands, you can drop to your forearms. Now that being said, you'll probably not get as big of a stretch. The closer your chest is to your legs, the bigger stretch you're going to experience. That being said, maybe working from your forearms is just right for you. So don't have judgment or expectations. What you did yesterday might not be what works today. What you do tomorrow might not be what works today. All right, holding still. We're going to lay all the way back now. Full body stretch with our arms reaching overhead. Flex your feet, push your heels away from you. I'm trying to take one leg at a time and inch my legs a little farther. And now if you just take a little peek at my hands, see how I'm kind of reaching one hand away from my body and the other. And now my legs and my arms are moving in unison. Pull both knees into your chest, wrap your arms behind your legs, and hug those thighs into your ribs. You might add a little rock. We're going to loosen up through our hips a bit more by placing our palms over our kneecaps and guiding our legs in a circular pattern, guiding with our hands, and then using the arms to really push the legs away to encourage the biggest circle possible. Press your lower back down to the mat, change directions. Pausing. Take your left leg straight up into the air and send your right leg flat onto the mat. Reach behind the leg, give it a pull in. Take some deep breaths. And we're going to let this leg come across the body. And you can either let it come all the way down, or you can cradle the leg in the palm of your hand. The lower back release. You could even play with bending the knee and then straightening the leg. I enjoy that. Let's lay flat on our back and switch. Your right leg comes up. We're working this hamstring stretch to start. You can always point and flex the foot, roll the ankle. Even if I don't make that suggestion, you certainly can do it if that's what your body's calling for you to do. And gently bring the leg across the body. You might be able to let the leg get closer to the floor on one side, and that's fine. Conveniently, I have that little step here my foot's resting on. But if it wasn't there, I would use my hand to cradle my leg. You can bend the knee and extend the leg. Roll flat onto your back. And then we'll walk our heels in towards our hips. We're going to elevate our hips and hold for a bridge. And while we're holding this bridge, feeling a super nice stretch through the front of the body, we're going to make snow angels with the arms. So taking our arms around, oh, I'm a little too close to my plant. And then I'm just going to do one arm, come down under the body, and then back up. Yeah, so both arms. For me right now, I'm just going to do one arm because I've got a plant right next to me. But making these half circles with both arms. If you begin to fatigue holding your bridge, by all means, you can bring your hips down. Both arms come overhead and stay there. Hips lower down slowly. And we're going to roll to the side of our body now. I'm going to say this is one of my most favorite stretches. If you just bend your knees a bit, bring them in front of your hips, join your palms together, and we're going to open the book. So your top arm reaches up, opens wide. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, so squeeze your knees together, keep your lower body still. Open the book. Exhale, close the book. Long deep breaths. Maybe you want to keep your book open for longer. By all means, you can do that. Palms join together. And then you roll to the other side of the body. And it is the same stretch. Rolling over, knees in front of hips. Palms join together. Open your book wide. Now you could turn your head and follow your hand back behind you, or you could keep your gaze to your non-moving arm. Joining your arms together. We're going to come into a seated position. Taking a seated spinal twist with our chest up, hug one leg into the body, and then rotate and look over your shoulder. You might drop your chin down. You might rotate your head a little bit. See if you can access a stretch down the neck. Other side. Continuing with our long, deep yoga breaths. Set yourself up with the elongated spine, pushing both hips down into your mat. And gentle movements from your head, seeking some stretch through your neck. Excellent. We'll cross our legs once again into our seated position. Hopefully feeling a little bit looser, more relaxed, seeing things in a new perspective, and maybe now just a little more motivated to carry on with whatever is in your future today. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me again. Hit subscribe and have a fantastic day.